That's the sad part. Instead of doing that, they let that officer train other officers.
Okay.
So he training them how to do what the fuck they want to do and get off on shit. They use him to train other officers. See, I've been so deep. I know so much about this man because, like, when you did what you did to me after you made 2 attempts on my life and then you tried to get me put in prison for the rest of my life, I only forgave you through God.
You forgave him?
I forgave him through God. I forgave him. And God, I went on about my life.
Now explain how that goes when you forgive somebody but you still want them to pay for their wrongdoing.
Okay. I forgive them because out of all the wrongful things I've done in my life, all the sinful things that I've done in my life, my Lord and Savior still forgave me and never looked at me over. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wished death on that man the first 3 years of my prison sentence. Then I found God. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you wish on him now?
I said, I wish for him to go his way. I wish for him to turn over his ways. I wish for him to leave people alone and stop harassing my community because he stays in the same communities. He actually went over to the South Side Foreign Park with that shit. They shot at him. They took him off of there, put him behind the desk. 3 days later, he was back over there in city gas. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, it's deeper
so
than
they basically assign him to places where
get them off the street.
Low income black people.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And so
what?
Where people ain't likely to defend themselves or call it.
Yeah, they don't have the money to proper legal representation. They don't have the resources to have certain investigators look into things. He's had multiple investigators. This man impressed people, lawyers. I can have attorneys because we do have some attorneys that he's approached and what's that word? For representing certain clients that he got in jail. You know what I'm saying? He went and pressed their attorneys for getting them bonds and getting them out of jail. This what kind of police officer you dealing with? A criminal with a badge. He was literally a criminal, had a case. He beat the case, but he was still on the streets with a gun and a badge with the case. He was still training police officers with the case. He almost got indicted for shooting somebody. The jury just didn't indict him. They done put him under the gun once, but this is the person that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I put 2 and 2 together, I'm like, when it came, I'm like, bro, I do all this stuff. Why are they messing with me now? And I look, oh, they trying to, okay, you saying goofy stuff. Then I look, I'm like, okay. When they were trying to take my life in federal prison, y'all was saying I was the worst thing this city ever seen. I had no remorse for human life with monsters, with this, that. Now that we all legit don't do nothing illegal, you really can't catch nothing on the motherfucker. We stay to ourselves. We don't even hang around each other as much as we used to. We grown men with kids. I got businesses. I got employees, staff members. I help the community. I help as far as mothers with single children with haircuts and stuff like that. I help goddamn get free studio time to the youth because I didn't have no studios that gave me free studio time. You understand what I'm saying? That shit was hard. Goddamn it. We got the trucking company that hires only felons so we can help fight recidivism. You know what I'm saying? And we got, man, tens of millions of views and hundreds of thousands of comments on that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. And it's like, man, oh, you see I'm a pillar to my community. I ain't doing it no more. And you've been watching me this whole time, so you can't wait to have a reason to try to run down on me. But it's been 2 years and you know ain't nothing gonna shake. So now you just gotta try to poke the bear and see if you can get something out of it. What you saying? I don't live over, I don't know, I don't care. But since you did that, we just gonna put it on Front Street because now that I know you watching me to the point, you are the only police department in human history that did that to a rapper. So since you did that, since you want to do that, I'm going to give you all the attention you're looking for since you want some attention. I got you. And it's going to be real. And it's going to be factual. And it's going to be legal. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to... Every time you see me, it's going to be a camera. Your ass is going to be recorded. I'm going live. It's got millions of followers. So whatever you plan on doing, Miss Dutton, just know it is going to be in the light. All that dirty stuff you've been doing, putting trackers on people's cars. You know what I'm saying? This man put trackers on people's cars. This man called the show, I'm talking about illegally. You feel me? When he search your shit. This man calls the show cities, police departments where I had shows and tell them, hey, y'all got a violent gang member on the way down there. He finna do a show. It be shooting and fighting and stuff going on. Wow. This is the type of person we dealing with. So we get to the club out in a little bit, get surrounded by police before it go to Waco too. It's the same thing, surrounded by police before we even get there. Everybody like, what's going on? Everybody had trying to have a good time. We've never had no encounters, no violence or nothing in none of my shows. Nobody's ever been shot in none of my shows. And nobody done got their ass whooped in none of my shows. Like none of that. We ain't never, and that's a lucky thing to be able to brag about because the smallest shows have fights and bullshit. We don't be having none of that going on.